think it sucks.
Well, you're wrong. I'm glad Justin's right.
Welcome back to Fools One Bourbon. I'm Justin. I'm here with Matt, and a familiar face. If you have followed anybody on Instagram, you have probably seen Shane Sullivan of Rocks Bourbon Review. Good afternoon, Shane.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. And today we are here mostly to talk about a pick that Shane just did with Onyx and Amber, a 21-year American light whiskey, just shy of a hazmat at 136 proof. But yeah, we're going to hit this in this episode and talk a whole lot of other things. Stick around.
Look, I don't have any big connections to any distilleries. Let's throw them all under the bus that need throwing under the bus.
Yeah.
I don't care. Look, I'll give flowers to companies and brands that put out good products, things that I think are good products. And if they put out a shitty product, I'm gonna tell them it's a shitty product.
Yeah.
I think a big example is the Traveler Foolproof I just did a review of.
Is it bad?
It's terrible.
No.
The regular Travelers
No.
isn't good, so I couldn't imagine the Foolproof any
Honestly,
better.
I re-went to the regular Travelers and I was like, this one is actually that bad. I was like, it's approachable, it's fine, there's nothing crazy about it, but the Foolproof is terrible. I couldn't find anything I liked about it. Yeah, and this is the second time of me talking about this. Sazerac, please, I love you. Please, God, don't cancel me. I love a lot of your products. Just know that.
Okay, so we want to cut out the Sazerac stuff. Okay, I get it.
No, leave it in. I don't care. Look, I do very well for myself. We do very well. I can buy what I want. It's super, I mean, I love getting bottles from distilleries. It's very nice and generous of them. I know I'm kind of rambling on, but I think it's, I have quite a few distilleries reaching out to me, sending me bottles, and I kind of feel bad if I don't like it. Because they're spending, 5, 7, 8 years sometimes on this product. And if I don't like it, it's sad. I just think it's overall sad. I haven't run into that too much.
I think the feedback is what they appreciate, though.
I mean, I'm a business owner, so if I'm making a product and it's 5 years old and I like it, and I'm sending it out to some Yahoo influencer to try it, and he's saying he doesn't like it, I'm going to take that real personal. This is...
I don't know. Interesting.
You might. I mean, I guess it all depends. But you could also take that criticism and try to see if you can find, what that person was finding as well, right? And then make your own thing a little bit better. But
yeah, if the Yahoo influencer is just shitting on it and just saying this is a bad product, then yeah, I feel like I would take that personal. But if there's like constructive criticism and extreme close up, excellent extreme close up, and you're talking about the positives that you can find, like usually it's a pile of shit and it's wrapped in like this present that makes it look okay, right?
Yeah,
so like the end result
no, for
is
sure.
it sucks.
yeah. I can't say anything, but yes, I agree. There's some that come to mind, but I don't like shitting on products in general.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny you say that, because the Traveler Foolproof was just, I couldn't find anything.
Yeah. I watched your review on that. It was pretty good. Yeah, and I was talking to Matt before. I've watched a lot of your stuff and felt like really most of the time you seem very genuine on what you're giving, whatever it is you're drinking. The notes, what you think about it, what you think might be better, or why you might not like it, and it always seems pretty even keel. So I certainly appreciate those things. When you're someone young into the scene like myself, I'm not young, but young into the scene, and trying to find those same notes or trying to understand the whiskey or the bourbon, and you certainly pull a lot of notes from things. So it's super helpful.
I like eating, so I think that helps. I'm a foodie, so you're like, okay, I like food, I like indulging in things. What does this remind me of? And it's hard. it's super hard, especially at first and on camera with the pressure. I mean, luckily you can edit a lot of stuff out. I mean, my videos, I think, look well paced because I edit all the pauses out, right? I'm sure you guys do that too. So, well, I mean, that's it. I literally, that's the key to my content. There's no pauses. You won't hear me stop, which sometimes it's nice because I'm going through the process. I'm like thinking through it, right?
It removes the pressure during filming.
Oh yeah. At this point, for sure. And then
It's like
if I stumble, I'll just re-say it. It's not a big deal anymore.
That's super funny that you say that, because like the two of us have been doing this a little while, not very long, and we feel like we're good when we're together, like because we can talk back and forth and we can riff, and each one of us can fill in the empty space that the other one is leaving. Like when we try to do solo shit, oh my god, it is so difficult. And I don't know, I did something recently and I finally had that moment where like, shit, I'll just do it over and over and over, and then I'll just edit all this bullshit out, the shitty stuff, and just use the good stuff. And it takes reps just to like feel like you get into that mindset that, well, I'm just recording it later or editing it later, so it's not really gonna matter how weird it seems to me at the moment.
It's very true. Yep. And honestly, it's getting the reps at it. You'll be more comfortable the more you do it. I am kind of immune to it, I feel, at this point. I tried to put out a lot of content when I had my kid, my little boy. It's been slow going. And I don't do this for the money. I spend way, way more money than I make off this in content. I mean, nothing pays. Instagram doesn't pay. I mean, I have millions of views on Instagram. They don't pay anything. Well, actually, I do get paid on carousels. So static posts, there's a bonus program for that, but it's very little. We're talking like $10 every week or every 2 weeks on hundreds of thousands of views. Like this, I wouldn't suggest anyone getting into this if they didn't absolutely love bourbon and whiskey and do this for the connection, the people, the passion for it. Because this is not, I mean, there's only a couple people being successful in making money at content. You know, Bruzel, I think Brandon over at Whiskey Weather, I think he's finally just killing it at YouTube right now. And that's where the monetization is, YouTube. It's not Instagram. But the reason I keep putting on content is because I enjoy whiskey and bourbon so much. Work for me personally is blowing up. I don't have any time. I don't have any time for any of this. And it's going really well. I'm doing really well. So to do this is only for fun. And maybe in retrospect, you know, it's like definitely being authentic is the most important. Well, I feel like I can even be more authentic because I've learned over the years that it doesn't pay anything.
Nothing to lose.
So there is nothing to lose. It's people enjoying your content, right? That's the most important thing out of everything. It's not making these distilleries happy that you like their bottle or saying something that is not truthful, because you're not getting anything from that. You got a bottle, cool, who cares, really? You'll get more bottles, maybe. I think the distilleries enjoy the candor that you bring and truthfulness to your reviews more than just giving it a blank review. At least that's how I see it, and I'm hoping others can catch on to not everything's a good review. People have reached out to me and they go, hey, can we send you a bottle to review? And I was like, sure. The only caveat is I'm going to give it a truthful review, and if I like it, I like it, and if I don't, I don't. And sometimes they just ghost me. And I'm like, okay, well, that makes sense. It's okay.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I feel like we're at the very beginning of the path or whatever that you've been on, but we're already seeing a lot what you're talking about, where, you know, some of my favorite moments of doing either a podcast episode or creating a post on Instagram or whatever has been interacting with people, you know, sending messages with people that now that we're, you know, we've messaged them a few times. We've exchanged phone numbers. These are like personal friends now, right? And it's all building this sort of network of people around this thing that we enjoy to drink. So,
I know, it is
super
interesting, cool. Right? Such a cult following for literally distilled grains in wood. Like you boil it down. Sometimes I think it's silly. I mean, a lot of times I think it's silly, to be quite honest. It's a silly thing that a lot of other people also enjoy. It's fine, right? All this is fine.
I mean, it's no different than anything, right? It's no different than the softball league. It's no different than going out and golfing. I mean, all of these things that we do to make ourselves happy is generally silly. And you know what? That's okay. Totally fine with spending money on silly things as long as we're, you know, not hurting other people and having a good time.
Standing in line at 2 a.m. in front of a convenience store so that you can get a shot at buying a bottle for MSRP is not silly.
Yeah, right. Well, it's logical.
So it never happened. Only
makes sense.
I might have got there after 3, but that's actually but you know, funny you say that. It's all the same thing that we're talking about right now. Is you go to those, you know, you go to those bottle drops, those events, and you get there at 3:45 in the morning or whatever it is, and then it's just more just talking to the community, talking to a bunch of people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, that are excited about what they might get. If you bring, you know, a pile of booze and people are sharing all kinds of stuff, it's super fun and interactive. A lot of people with the same, you know, same goals and same kind of thought processes, which is nice here and there. So I don't know. I've enjoyed it, even in snowstorms.
It is a lot of fun.
That was my last one. Was what was it? Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. We got like a 10-inch snowstorm, and I'm standing at a store at I think I got there at 3:45, something like that. First in line.
Good morning. Merry Christmas Eve. It is 3:30 in the morning, December 24th, and I am here standing outside Patman's for their annual allocated release, and I am number 1 in line. Snowstorm is happening. Plow trucks are driving, plowing the roads, and it's a time, my friends. What a time to be alive. 3:30 in the morning, standing at a liquor store in a snowstorm. I think someone has a problem. We'll catch you later.
I mean, I get it. I've been there. I do it. I do it less now because I don't really need as much. I mean, one time I did spend the night, you know, overnight to the drop, and I learned that I don't like whiskey that much. I don't. I got a George T. Stag, and I just don't like whiskey that much to spend the night. Nope.
I saw a bunch of videos of, was it people camping out at Specs in Texas? I think it was Specs. But they had like full blown, the whole line was like all tents and the pop-up coverings. Like it was wild. It looked like a homeless encampment. Like, I feel like that version of bourbon hunting, I'm in. I can do that. Barbecuing on a sidewalk, knowing you're going to get a George T. Stag, like, I'm in. That sounds great.
I
like the one that you're too much.
And that one I think you're talking about, I think there were people there for 7 days before the event.
It was like 5-6 days.
No.
Which is awesome.
I'm with Shane on this one.
Oh, man. Like, getting permission from the wife to go camp for a week with the boys?
In a parking lot?
God, let's go.
In the parking lot.
It's like 5 days of tailgating, and then the prize at the end of tailgating is an allocated bottle of bourbon. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm in.
I'll try anything once. Almost anything.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Well, shit, I think we got all our content right here. I think we're done. We're good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so Shane, we had seen that you know, this year, not too long ago, put out some content about your first singular barrel pick, and that was Onyx and Amber American Light Whiskey, which I did happen to have here. 21-year ALW, You called it the Vanilla Orange Dreamsicle.
I did. Yeah, I did. It's a mouthful.
How did you like the experience? I know, I think we both watched your review when you picked it through your multiple samples, which was super cool to see that. We have talked ourselves about when and how and if we could do our own barrel pick. So any cool stories, any new stuff that you gleaned from that sort of process?
You know, I've done it before, single barrel pick in conjunction with Pitch in Scottsdale here. It's kind of the same process, unless you go to the distillery. What the process is they send you or have a rep that has, you know, honestly, sometimes 2 samples, but upwards of 5 samples, right? So it's pretty simple thing. I think single barrel picks in general are getting overrated. There's your quick snip.
All right.
What did he say?
I love it.
Single barrel picks
shit out of that.
are overrated.
All right. Explain yourself, sir.
Well, just like what I said. So these reps from distilleries are bringing, 2 to 5 samples, right, to stores, and they're kind of hitting up their stores in an area. Sometimes you only get to pick from 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a store that only got to pick from 2. Can you honestly tell me that there's going to be that much nuanced from 2 that they're getting? I don't think it's a fair shake at a single barrel, and honestly, I'm upset and disappointed with reps and distilleries that would even offer that as an option.
Okay. Yeah.
Just don't even treat those as single barrels, though. Like, I
You
know
don't
they
know.
are, but
You don't know.
well, that's my point. Like, you need to find a barrel club that has a palate that you can trust, that you follow and you want to support, because that is where the gold single barrels are.
That is the goal. So exactly. So that's kind of where I'm getting at. I don't hate single barrels. I love single barrels, but they're overrated because they're too saturated everywhere. And unless you trust where you're getting the single barrel from, I think it's overrated.
Yeah, if you're getting a single barrel from your local grocery store, that's probably not the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is literally that, a single barrel, and they probably had no choice in what barrel they got, and they just slapped their name on it. I 100% understand what you're saying. The first part, Matt and I are like, wait a second, we love single barrel picks. But yes, we've had that discussion with some folks here in Maine, because Maine is controlled. I'm not sure if Arizona is controlled as well.
Wild West, baby.
Yeah, so Maine is controlled, and it sounds like they do the same thing. They'll say, hey, Maine is getting 3 Buffalo Trace barrels, and then they'll say, store A, you're getting one, store B, you're getting one, store C, you're getting one. And they don't really get to try different samples. It's literally whatever the distributor or I forget, there's another term for the person that kind of like runs the local area through the vendor. However, they decide to you're just taking these 3 barrels and you guys can just put your name on it. And that's kind of lame.
Very lame.
I feel like half the time the stores just want that single barrel offering, right? Because especially some of these stores where they know they're going to sell 150 bottles, they want to put their Sazerac sticker on it and, hey, let's push it out. And if it's good, great. If it's not, we'll try again next year. That's probably part of the market and the industry and the way it's built, where if you pass up on some of these single barrel opportunities with the big ones, well, cool, they're just going to leave you behind. They're going to move on to the next 100 stores on the waiting list. So
yeah, and we've had that conversation of the difficulty in Maine, like with us trying to do our own pick, because we can't do whatever we want. We can only pick something that has been allocated already for the state. So so the only way that we can really do it is do it through a drop shipper that can ship it out. Like Onyx and Amber, for instance, is a company that'll do that. Subtle Spirits, we've had some cool stuff from them. They will do that. I think NBC does it. There's a pile of NDPs that'll do it. That's
maybe we do it through the Rocks Bourbon shop.
That's right. You do have some sort of shop. Do you want to talk about that,
I
Shane?
do. Sure. I mean, I got approached by a company that reaches out to influencers to offer a storefront for them, kind of just organic marketing for them. I don't get to dictate pricing. All I get to do is choose from a catalog of whiskey and bourbon and put that on.
Well, that's cool.
And
Okay.
some are good prices, some are terrible prices. I'm very clear with that. I mean, it gives people an opportunity to purchase, which I think is good, and the market will decide if that's a good price or not. It's not for me to decide. And I mean, if it was up to me, I would probably put things for reasonable prices and maybe even above MSRP. Oh my gosh, crazy. It certainly wouldn't gouge like some of the, I mean, there's so many terrible prices on that.
Yeah. Sure.
On my rocksbourbonbar.com. But if
go.
someone had the means and wanted it and couldn't get it otherwise, there it is. Do I care if someone doesn't buy it? No, I don't. I don't care at all. I don't dictate the pricing. So if they want to spend the money, at least a little portion can go to supporting me and making content. So
Did your
Yeah.
single barrel go through your storefront?
nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Went all
Actually,
through
Onyx and Amber has a really nice, easy process. All I had to do with them, Ben over there is such a swell guy. Shout out to him. Not only is he sourcing extremely good products, he's great to work with and a very nice guy. He was part of a club in Colorado that picked, I mean, over 150 barrels. Like, he is an OG of, picking stuff and doing this thing. So he took it to the next level, sourced it himself, which is just amazing. And now one of his whiskeys became I think World Whiskey Society's best American whiskey, the Copper Buffalo. I don't know if you saw that.
Did, yeah.
I think
Haven't
think
tried
it's-
it, but
Let's see.
Oh,
He
it's
did
just
send me
out
it.
of
Yeah, I think it's just out of frame, but yeah, he did send me it a while ago, and I think what I'm gonna do is repost it and be like, hey guys, this was my review of this. I guess I got a palate. If the other, World Whiskey Society naming it number one, I was there first, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
There you go. Tag World of Whiskey and tell them they're stealing your content.
right? I mean, I propped it up, right?
yeah. It's funny. I had a cart full of a few bottles from your shop. I don't remember what ended up happening. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but you had a bunch of offerings from Fiddler ASW, and we can't get those up here. And man, they're in Massachusetts, so a couple states over, and we both happen to do some business in Mass every now and again. So when we go in there, we hit a couple shops and can find it over there. And man, yeah, just super good whiskey.
Love ASW.
I think you had a couple offerings that I haven't been able to find anywhere. I had them in a cart, and I don't know whatever happened. I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I got to get back
It's
into
okay.
that.
It's okay. I mean, the ASW products are just amazing. They're mad scientists over there and also extremely generous. I don't like them because they're extremely generous to me and sent me quite a few bottles, but their offerings are very unique and they're able to do some really interesting second toastings and, Georgia Heartwood.
That one is so good.
Georgia Heartwood's really good. They have like an antique collection. They have this Red X, malted. It's like malted Red X corn, like 100% malted Red X corn. It's the craziest stuff. And there's like a Bloody Butcher one. Anyway, really mad scientists over there.
Bloody Butcher goes with your bar top.
Yes, indeed.
Matt, you must have missed it. Shane posted some like construction photos, and I swear to God, it just looked like someone just sliced up a cow on the island top.
It's
the way the
very
marbling
unique.
color is.
I love it. It's so unique. But yes, it is. It's an interesting.
I'm sure it looks great. I'm sure it looks good.
It does.
I'm gonna go find it.
With your OA pick, have you sold out? You still looking to get rid of some bottles, or?
No, it's sold out. Which is great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
What have the reviews been from the people that have purchased it?
Good. I don't think I oversold it, which is nice. And to be honest, again, I'm just at a point where I don't need the extra money from selling people a product I don't love. I would never do that. That's the thing. So if all 4 were not good, I wouldn't offer it. I even, to segue, helped pick a Four Roses single barrel for a local liquor store, which I'm super big fan of Four Roses single barrels. And me being able to pick it for them was so fun. I filmed it and put it out. It should be coming out in like a month, but it's been like 3 months since I picked it, and it just takes a while for the distribution to come. But I told them, I said, I'll do it, I'll film it, but if I don't like them, don't put my name on it, and you do whatever, right? Because
Yeah.
that's cool, but I don't want to put my name on anything I don't think is phenomenal. So that's where I'm at with it, and this one definitely stood out. This Onyx and Amber pick, there were 2, I chose from 4, right? 2 stood out, and I liked this, like 2 stood out a lot. I was almost like, man, can I pick a second barrel to maybe do? Or, because it was very good, but very different. They were both very different. And I went with this one because it gave me a lot more of that vanilla, kind of citrus, the dreamsicle vibe. So you have that orange on the outside, the vanilla cream on the inside, long, just vanilla finish, which I absolutely love with these longer aged American light whiskeys, especially these that were sourced from MGP and earlier sourced from Seagram's that made these, right? And these are just so special. These are just special. These 21 years, the 20-year marks that American light whiskeys that are coming out, or have been out, but now are coming to market. So good. It's like an era of buff turkey. You know how those buff turkeys came out? I think this is just as good up with their.
Wow. Yep.
How do you did you feel the same way when you got your bottle, like versus when you had the sample and you went through picking your sample and pulling out, those notes that you really enjoyed out of the sample between those 4? Did you still find that with the bottle you were pulling all the same notes?
Yes, yeah, I definitely was pulling the same notes. So it was nice to have that. I just had it like a week or 2 ago again, and I have the sample bottle still filled, so I could compare them if I really wanted to. I didn't, which kind of is interesting. Kind of see if anything extra happened to it, but they bottled it pretty fast, so it didn't have time to do anything. Yeah. But I mean, we can try it right now. I know Matt just had a little sip.
Sorry, I couldn't wait.
Yeah, I've had a little bit as well. But officially, cheers. Thank you for joining us, Shane.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And I mean,
these ALWs are so unique.
It is something different if you just haven't had any American light whiskeys going from bourbon. I mean, personally, when I did, I was like, oh my God, what is this category? There's such a sweetness to it, and lots of vanilla is what the main note I get from almost all the American light whiskeys I have. I'm talking and I haven't drank it yet. Hold up.
I definitely get the vanilla on the nose and through the palate, through the finish.
And the citrus, certainly. But yeah, they're not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Especially at, 136 or something like that?
0.1.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, 136.1 is quite a lot. And I do like my high proofs. I guess that's one thing that kind of sticks through and through my content. I like the complexities and the full-bodied and flavor of what the barrel has to offer. I notice far too often I get so much more complexity even at the higher proofs on a flavor profile wise, even past the sting of the proof, right, on it, than I would at a lower proof. There's some caveats to that, obviously, but in general.
Yeah, I would agree with you. The higher proofs certainly seem like they offer more on the palate, and they stick around. And I don't know, it's kind of like I've talked before where, you know, certain ryes give like a pop rocks in the mouth feel, and I still think that the higher proofs do the same thing. And it's almost like it's giving more flavor through that. I'm not going to call it a burn, but if you want to call it the burn, the sting, whatever, there's still more coming like out of that activity in your mouth.
Oh, there's a burn and sting. There's a burn and sting. Don't get me wrong. This is 136 proof.
It drinks its proof for sure.
It drinks its proof, but it's also very flavorful. That's the thing. There's some that are just too hot and alcohol forward, and you're missing any complexity on the back end sometimes at the higher proof. But this is really good for me, and was definitely way better than the other two, and beat out the other good one in that 4 samples.
And you're getting all of that from a Glencairn. Imagine if you had a Denver and Liley glass that would, you know, really help you enjoy and analyze the whiskey in the glass. But
no,
they must be paying you a lot, guys. My
not
goodness.
Not a dime, dude. Not a dime.
If all I knew was Two Fools bourbon is these glasses that keep getting pushed over the last week,
I will push them forever. I love these fucking things.
Okay.
It is
good.
I mean, it is a nice glass. I
They're
will
so nice.
give it that. They are nice.
So it's a nice glass, you're saying?
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Feel free to join our entry though, our giveaway. You know, if you're interested.
I try not to. I'm so blessed and fortunate to have as much as I have. I just honestly I don't.
Well, you can give them away.
Those other things.
Give them to me.
Well, the thing is, the people who join for the raffle from you are people who watch your content and want to win it. So I'd rather them win it.
So you don't watch our content?
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I just said I watch your content, but I don't want to take it away.
You know, it's funny to go back to, you know, a conversation we were having earlier about, you know, not necessarily kowtowing to distilleries or, you know, saying everything's good when maybe it isn't. I don't know if you've watched anything of our stuff, but we did that Flaviar Advent calendar this year, or 25. And we pretty much beat the hell out of it.
I don't remember seeing that, but I saw a lot of the calendars come out from different people, so I can't remember whose content was which. And it's interesting you mentioned the Flaviar calendar, because I did get it a few years ago, honestly, in 2021, I think. And one, it's expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. I mean, it does make sense. There's, 24, 25, shots on it. But I don't know. Seems like quite a bit of a markup for, what is that, one bottle? In that one bottle, 1 to 2 bottles, not even 2 bottles. So it's pretty expensive. I don't think you're getting, $200 bottle worth of one.
They're selling the variety and the uniqueness of the 24 pours that they put in there. The problem for us is we are, I don't want to say traditional bourbon fans, but we're really enjoying the single barrel picks that we're finding with these barrel clubs. And I wouldn't even say some of the fancier allocated bottles, but we want a good bourbon, a good whiskey. That is not the market for Flaviar. They are marketing to people that want to taste the world. They want to taste uniqueness, right? So every time we had a pour, it was oh yeah, it's from Finland and it's been finished 27 times in different oaks and rice bear. It was just, everything was so weird, so strange.
I was trying to get with Sealbox, because Sealbox had an advent calendar, and I was like, hey guys, come on, please partner with me. I just want it. The only reason I want to partner with you guys is because I want the calendar and I don't want to spend the money. Please just send it to me.
Yeah, theirs does. I looked up theirs. It looks good, and
theirs looks good.
What's funny with the Flaviar one, the whole concept is cool, but it just felt like what they chose was whatever had like the most wild write-up. Like whatever like had the craziest story or the most amount of finishes was like what they chose. But regardless of that, we hit a Scotch from Eden Mill in St. Andrews, and they reached out and they're like, hey, we loved what you did. And we weren't necessarily flattering to their brand, but they thought it was great. Sent us some samples. We actually interviewed them a couple of weeks ago. And I had a great time talking to them. It was super fun.
I did see that content. That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. It just goes back to, some people, like you said, might ghost you if you give them honest, and there's other people that no, they want that honest review, and they're still willing to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm also, maybe a little bit of segue. Maybe I haven't had much for lunch, and this is hitting me hard. I think the landscape of bourbon and American whiskey is going to change dramatically from what it once was. Like I've said, the bourbon boom is over, and no one likes to hear that. And people say they can't get, I still can't get this, I can't get that. Well, stores in the West Coast are flooded with the product, okay? So, sure, I'm overgeneralizing things, but that will trickle to the rest of the country, right? Supply and demand never fails. So, we are getting to that point, and people are drinking less. Maybe bourbon is not as cool as it once was. Maybe people are getting out of it from thinking it was a fad and just moving on to tequila I've seen. That's not for me.
Well, so I was gonna say, so here's my counter. Here's my question. What you're saying in terms of the bourbon boom is all based off of what's happening now, today. What major event that we're not considering, we're not planning, we're not prepared for, what major event would change that? Similar to like COVID, right? Nobody knew we were going to go into a pandemic, but I would say the pandemic changed the bourbon industry dramatically during that 3 or 4 year period. What is the next event that is just going to flip it? And I guess my point is, I feel like it's more cyclical than anything. I don't look at it as like a straight line.
It is certainly cyclical, and we're on the downward trajectory of that cycle. So it's going, in my opinion, it's going to keep going down in popularity, in heart, and that's all great. This is great. I say this, but I'm so excited about it because being out of favor means competition will grow. Products will need to be better to get the consumer's attention. You can't just be an NDP, slap MGP's label on it, and have a bourbon. Arizona distilleries, that's a dig at you. I have such a gripe with that. Let's not talk about that because I live here.
No, we're going into it. We're going into it. Are you, not to pick on a particular brand, but are you in the camp of distill your own, bottle your own, and do not buy from someone else and slap your own sticker on it? Or
Nope.
What are you coming at it from?
I'm coming at it from, you can no longer buy a 2-year aged product from MGP, slap your label on it and say, this is an Arizona brand, or whatever brand, and like, great, a non-age stated product from who knows what company that doesn't say where it's distilled or bottled on it. I think the consumers are going to get smarter, and those brands should go away. Sorry. There's too much competition, too much good whiskey. The consumer wants transparency.
It does help the
Sure.
new guy that's starting out that doesn't have years to wait.
Yeah, so put out a better source product then. I mean,
Agreed.
You want to source? Cool. Do what Onyx and Amber does. Get, 10, 12-year products. Get 21-year American Light whiskey. And sure, that might be difficult, but I am not interested in your 4-year MGP that everyone can get. Why am I as the consumer interested in that?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think
I get that.
I think part of the problem is that the variety of consumer is changing, right? The casual drinkers are dropping off, and
Absolutely.
if they're still buying something, well, they're probably going at it and buying based off of price or based off of label familiarity, right? Like they're going to go buy that base Maker's Mark that they know is good, or they're not going to take a chance on the random label or the random brand name that they've never heard. So I do agree there that I almost feel like the variety in bourbon options is going to drive the boom to end. The shelves are just overwhelmed right now with variety. It's overwhelming to me, and I feel like I know a little bit about what I'm doing. I can't imagine just going in and looking for a bottle of bourbon to hang out with some buddies tonight, Holy shit,
yeah.
There's 800 options at your local store. So I do feel like that's the truth. The only place that I'm concerned or I don't know how it's going to work is the super allocated bottles. I don't see them really being impacted. I don't see the boom ending and then Pappy 15 just, oh man, look, it's right there at MSRP on the shelf store. Like, I don't think that's ever going to change, or at least anytime soon. I think there would need to be a dramatic shift in the market, like legislative change, something. There would need to be a law or something that happened, almost like prohibition or something, which would probably make it worse. But
Yeah, it would make it worse. Yeah, so on that point, I definitely see prices come down at all allocation
for
levels.
sure. Yeah.
Will you ever get, Pappy 15 on the shelf at MSRP? You won't. But does that mean the boom's not over? No, not necessarily. There'll always be high demand for in-demand products. And I think we've just reached a level where those products will always be in demand at a premium. But it's coming down to earth.
Prices are coming down for sure.
Hard. So it'll continue that way until there's an equilibrium, The economics always win out, supply and demand. And then the consumer will set the price. And the consumer is saying that they won't pay that much anymore.
If you're from Buffalo Trace and you're watching this, nobody wants Pappy 15. Just bring the price all the way down, MSRP, and maybe we'll think about it. Maybe we'll buy it. Probably not. But...
Well, the problem is they do have it at MSRP. It's everyone else that just jacks it up. When they
they know.
Well, that's the thing. They require the liquor stores and places to sell a lot of their lower tier products to get these allocations, right? Yeah. And they sell them at MSRP. I mean, it's not Buffalo Trace doing this. They should be making better products, newer products that are coming out.
Yeah, the whole game's wild. It's wild.
But I mean, all that is to say, all companies are going to need to put out higher aged products, and they will, because they're just not selling as much. So what do you do when you don't sell as much? You sit on it longer and have higher aged products. Not only that, what's the fastest way to get rid of your barreled liquor? Sell it at a higher proof. Yeah. So you don't have as many bottles, right?
Right.
So
yep.
I think we will get higher aged, higher proof products, and I am here for it. Yeah. I am so glad the bourbon boom is over. So quality and age and proof will increase, and that makes me happy.
So many more people getting fucked up.
Yeah, me either.
As I sit with my hundreds of bottles around.
Yeah. Well, variety. It's not. Yeah, it's quantity of bottles, not quantity of drinks.
You know, I have a collecting problem. If any problem I have, it's collecting.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we're with you.
Yeah, bad.
We got a serious issue.
The only thing I can't seem to collect is money.
That's true. That's the truth.
Yeah, they always say easy come, easy go, and I don't. It's hard come, easy go. It takes a long time to get it, but it goes real quick. Yeah, I know what you're doing, man.
So, I mean, what are your guys' goals for your channel? I wonder.
Wow, flip the tables on us.
That's
how the terms have tabled. Yeah, you want to go first, Justin?
You know, it's an interesting thing. You know, I think when we started, it would be, you know, it's like, how cool would it be, right, to have some sort of notoriety where people might be sending you things and asking your opinion about certain products, which I don't think necessarily that goal has changed. More, it's like that's just a secondary effect of what we might be doing now, right? So I think it's kind of like we went with let's try to get numbers and views and notoriety potentially and be ourselves and have fun, to more, let's just continue to be ourselves and have fun, and whatever then happens. If we happen to get a mail call from a distiller or an NDP or something that says, hey, try this, great. I don't know if it's necessarily a hunt of ours at the moment, you know, to make that happen.
Yeah, the only thing I'll add is what's cool, or what I think is cool. I don't know if this is actually correct or not, but I feel like we're at a point where we actually don't need to make a decision on what our end goal is. I think there are 3 or 4 end goals, right? If we want to become a brand ambassador, I think that's on the table. If we want to do our own barrel club and do our own barrel picks and get a following that trust our palate, I think that's on the table. And I think the pathway to get to both of those is almost the same. I'm sure there's some probably change or some nuance in there where we probably should focus on whatever, but I think we're at that stage where it's almost like we need to let the audience tell us what we're good at, and then based off of that, make the decision on if that's what we want to commit to.
Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, there's no wrong answer, right? And I think it's the most important to enjoy what you're doing and not feel like you're a slave to the content. Just enjoy it. And the reason why I started making content is really because I didn't enjoy a lot of the content I was watching. I love bourbon and whiskey. I saw other people making content. I never made content before, but I was like, I can do better than that. This guy's got this many followers. I can do better than this. So I put my money where my mouth was, and I just started making content. I had less than 40 followers for 4 months of making content and putting out content every single day. So
it's wild.
I mean,
yeah,
it is wild. It is wild. It's interesting how it does catch on eventually. And the thing I focused on personally, which I think does well for me, is I only put out content I would want to watch. That's it. I am every bourbon lover. I am you guys, I am everyone. I am every just regular bourbon guy that enjoys whiskey and bourbon. So whenever I'm trying to make content, I go, what would I want to watch from this? Do I want to watch reviews normally? That doesn't interest me that much, but what does interest me of this? Okay, the outcome. Does he like it or not? So I've kind of switched up my content, trying to put the hook in the front. 3 seconds, you got to hook them. If you're not hooking them in the first 3 seconds, you're not going to get watched. So a lot of people, that do something big and vibrant in the front, grab your attention, and then go off to something else. And I think that's very important. So kind of what I've done at least changed to with my reviews is giving you my answer at the beginning. And I need to do it more, especially like the Traveler Foolproof. Go, I didn't really like this. This wasn't for me. This was bad or something, right? What? What was that? Like, that's the first 3 seconds, and then you can go into the review, right? I think the viewer really likes that. And I've seen other content do that, kind of like a storybook. I forget if that's like the terminology, where you show things on the end at the beginning, right?
You bookend it.
Bookend it, right? So, and then most of the content I like to watch is blinds. So that's why I do blinds, because I think that's the most authentic, fun. I mean, before I got into content, what I would do for fun is my wife would pour me 2 samples of random bottles, or even one. I'd sip it, I'd go to my collection, much smaller than this now, and go, was it this bottle? She'd go, no. I'm like, okay. Was it this bottle? Maybe I was right on the second time, or maybe I was right on the first time, or didn't get it at all. But man, was that fun for me. Yeah. And just like I like doing that, I like doing it as content. And I think it's engaging and fun for the audience to go, I have, 300 bottles now. My wife could literally pick anything. She could pick a George T. Stagg against, regular Buffalo Trace. Possibly, or really anything. And it's crazy the differences that I have here. She could pick a rye against a bourbon, right? And for someone to just taste it blindly and try to extract something from it. And I use black Glencairns because I also want to be authentic and purposeful on that. I don't want to cheat and say, this one's darker color, that maybe it might be aged longer or higher proof. I don't even want that to influence my decision. So I do black Glencairns. I want it to be hard, and I want it to be enjoyable for the viewer. Yeah. Because that's what I want to watch. Because when I see someone do blinds and they're not black Glencairns, I go, they could be cheating. They could see that one's darker and make assumptions on it. I'm just thinking too much, right? I'm thinking, maybe other people aren't thinking the same way, but that kind of stuff I think about.
Yeah. Well, I think if you look at the comments, plenty of people are saying that too. Oh, you saw the color in that clear glass. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So yeah,
right.
You're getting rid of all that doubt, if you will, or just unuseful filler comments that could possibly play into said review.
And honestly, I don't think it even matters that much, even if you get those comments too, because it engages the algorithm, and that's fine too. I've learned to be agnostic to good or bad comments these days and go, a comment's a comment. I'll engage with literally anyone. If they say something bad, I want to engage with you because maybe you'll say something else and then you'll feed the comment. I don't care.
Yep.
I've been doing this for a while now. I'm totally okay with this. I know there's so many more people that enjoy it, like so many more than the people that don't. And you'll learn that too. I'm not sure if you've gotten any mean comments, but they'll come. They'll come. And it just doesn't really matter. They're just keyboard warriors. And as long as you enjoy what you're doing and be authentic, I think that's the most important.
We're hoping to get a lot, so that way we can have a whole just video or whatever and just read terrible comments.
I mean, look, that's a thing too. I mean,
that is a thing.
Yeah. So getting back to the OA 21-year American Light Whiskey, yeah, we're going back. I wanted to tell you this when we were tasting it, and we were rambling, and conversation goes where conversation goes. I have a couple other 20-year ALWs, and I will absolutely say, and it is truthful, this version, I don't know if I get orange creamsicles out of it, doesn't matter, sure. But I do know this one bottle is better than the other two that I have. So awesome. Love it.
I'm really glad that you like it, and that's the most important thing of everything.
I think it sucks.
Well, you're wrong. I'm glad Justin's right.
I'm just
And
kidding.
and it's fine. Look, you have a right to be wrong. It's okay. You're new to this.
Freedom
It's
of
all right.
speech.
It's all right. Yeah, one day when your palate is as experienced as mine, maybe you'll enjoy it.
That's right.
That's
right.
You're such a
You
child.
sound like every other sleep-deprived dad on here. I don't want to hear it.
I am.
Yes,
True.
and congratulations. It's very, very new for you being new dad.
Yeah. 8 months now.
Just wait until your kids are the one that give you the bad comments. You just wait, bud.
Well, it'll be interesting. How old are your kids, Matt?
This is being recorded. 9.
Do you not want to? You don't have to say their ages if you don't want.
No, I don't mind saying them. I just don't know.
He just doesn't want his wife to know he can't remember.
Oh,
I think it's 9, 7, and 4, or 9, 6, and 4.
Oh my God, 3. Yeah.
They all talk back. They all are right all the time, but they're all wrong when they talk to each other. Like it's chaos all the time.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I wish one day I was so lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's 16, getting in trouble for vaping in the high school bathroom, losing his driver's license, all the cool stuff that comes with the older kid.
So he's really giving you the bad comments on your on your content, right?
He's
the troll.
He is. Yeah, he's pretty good about that, but he loves our content, and that actually worries me a little bit. Like, I gotta make he wants to like smell and like see the notes that I'm getting off a bourbon or whatever, and I gotta like keeping it away because I don't need to create some sort of bourbon monster at the age of 16.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like, at first, it's funny you said that because I literally just had an epiphany like when you're saying that, because I was like, when my boy is in his teenage years, and God forbid I'm still making content, he won't think, or it doesn't matter if I'm making content, I'll have all this whiskey, he'll think it's uncool. I was thinking like, whatever I'm into, my kid's not going to be into. He's going to think it's the most uncool thing, but really, he might think it's pretty cool because he might like me and be like, okay, Dad likes this, maybe I should like it too.
Yeah. It's concerning how much my kids enjoy the hobby too. I mean, they're not drinking bourbon, but
they will like it because kids are generally drawn to pushing boundaries, right? That's all they do. They push boundaries with when they go to bed. They push boundaries with what they're going to eat. They push boundaries with, are they going to brush their teeth or not? And I still think, regardless of age, they can understand that, alcohol is a boundary. Right? It's something that has a legal age to it. You can't do it now, but you can do it then. And I think because of that, it has that cool factor. When it comes to going to work and being cool, or being straight edge, that's not cool. But the bourbon thing is cool. And I think all our kids will think that's the cool part.
Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly, everyone. You need to be 21 years or older to watch this.
You're definitely talking about the teenage years. I don't think my kids are pushing boundaries right now. My problem is when I'm holding a cup of water at a family dinner and they're like, "Oh, Dad's drinking bourbon," and I'm like, "Calm down. It's a bottle of water." Like,
that is a problem. Yeah, I get that. I get that part. Like, I can appreciate that.
So, the Onyx and Amber pick is fantastic, and honestly, we're not surprised. We like everything that's come out of Onyx and Amber. We've talked to Ben a few times and really enjoy what they're doing project wise. What is next for the Rocks Bourbon Review channel? What projects do you have? Are there any single barrel picks in the works? What are you working on?
I am doing a lot of not whiskey. I'm doing a lot of work right now, my full job. Again, I just do this for fun. Like, I have that single barrel pick of the Four Roses, cast strength pick, which is amazing. I really can't wait to get a bottle of that because it's really good. Unfortunately, it's just local, so I can't really offer it to anyone except if someone's local here in Scottsdale, Arizona, or Phoenix area, right? But that'll be a great pick. Enjoying making content, maybe trying to do a little more long form on YouTube, but I just don't have as much time as I did before, especially with the little one. I'm honestly just trying to put out enough content to stay relevant because I love doing this. It's not because I have to do this. I don't have to do this at all. I can afford all the whiskey I want and don't need free whiskey from distillers. Not to say I don't want that, distilleries.
Don't send it. I'm just, I'm just not desperate.
Yeah. Don't not send it. Come on. But there's some cool stuff that is being sent to me right now, so I'm excited for that. But as for what's on the horizon, just trying to enjoy the ride and not taking it as seriously before I had a kid. I had much more time before a kid, so I could film a lot, I could edit a lot, put out a lot. Now, I'm just kind of enjoying the ride, putting out content that I want to watch at higher quality and just trying to stay out there.
I love that.
Yeah, that is definitely the struggle that we talk about. I think sometimes Matt and I have two completely different views on what we want to do and how we want to attack it and what we enjoy to do. I love the long form. I love sitting down with Matt and we just start talking and drinking and talking and drinking, and it's so fun and what do I want to say? It's just like super organic and it's easy. It feels easy. And then I'll usually end up doing the editing for those long form type videos, and I'll use DaVinci or whatever. And I find that super fun. It's
a lot of work though.
It's time consuming, yes.
Ultra time consuming. I do the editing myself too. I understand. I have used DaVinci. I use CapCut.
I feel like it's a 3x, right? Whatever the video was, the editing is 3 times that. At least. I mean, I can go through filming in half hour for sure. Yeah, on a filming. Obviously, the record time is not that much. Maybe around 10 minutes at a time. 7 to 10 minutes. And then I have to get that under 3 minutes, right? So that I can do, in about an hour to get fully done. Maybe a little faster since I have so much practice at it now, but right.
It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I have a lot of videos. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, we have the same struggles, right? We both have 2 full-time jobs that afford us exactly the same thing that you're talking about, right? We don't have any bottles donated. There's nothing that we have in our inventory between the two of us that is donated. So we are procuring our own. We have our own jobs to be able to afford us to do that and still put food on the table and take care of the family and do all the things. And so, so it's definitely a hobby, a very expensive, time-consuming hobby.
Very expensive.
At this time. But it does still seem fun. We definitely have moments of arguing between us. You don't have to argue with yourself, it's just you. But sometimes we argue between the two of us because we might have a different vision or a different way that we might think something should look.
That's tough. Getting the melding of the minds and agreeing on stuff. Oh man, I'd have the worst time.
You have no idea. No idea.
I can definitely imagine.
It's like dragging a toddler along that doesn't want to go. You know those little leash backpacks that parents have? I don't condone those. That's wild. But when the kid's just like, I'm done, I'm going to lay down on the floor, and you're like, you're not done. I'm going to drag your ass along. That's what this relationship is.
I think, Well, I also think that takes time. That takes time too. You have to talk about what you want to do too and what you want to convey. And sure, you good friends and having fun with it, but it all takes time.
Sorry.
Not as good friends.
You said good friends, and I was like, I don't know where you got that.
See, this is like one of the things that Matt had said before. Let's just do audio, and I'm like, no, the facial expressions are what drive us. Like, to be able to riff back and forth.
It takes us 2 weeks to edit a long form video. That is insane.
We have full-time jobs, dude. Like, yeah.
I get it. I'm not judging.
Yeah, what's the rush? You know, it's kind of like
there's no rush. It just, when it takes 2 weeks to put out the product, and there's 100 other products that we could have done in that 2 week period that would have gotten 10x views or engagement or whatever. Well, I want to go focus on those short form. Like we're venting in front of you right now. This is wild.
Do both. Do both. Why are you just sticking to one?
Yeah, good question. Do both, Justin. Do both.
Yes, sir.
Shut the fuck up.
Shane's sticking in.
My wife hasn't complained to me yet.
Shane didn't eat. He's feeling really good right now.
I have not had anything since lunch.
Mint.
We're going 7 hours of an empty stomach and 136 proof.
I think I'm four decent pours in tonight right now.
Yeah.
I do.
What is it? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Thursday?
No wonder the Onyx and Amber picks taste so good to you right now.
That's right. So my ultimate tater bottle that I like to make fun of, and really it's the lineup, is Blanton's. At what point in your content creation career were you like, hey, I'm just gonna start comparing? Like it's a genius model, right? I'm giving you a compliment. It probably doesn't sound like that, but at what point were you like, hey, I'm gonna start a trend or a series where I'm gonna compare everything to Blanton's Gold? Like, where did that come from?
Well, actually, Bourbon Noobs did this a long time ago. So Chris from Whiskey Noobs, he's extremely popular. He's got 170,000 followers. He is the real deal. He did a Better Than Blanton's series like a year before I did it, and I must have watched that.
This guy.
I must have watched them like a year prior, and I thought my idea was original, but I had followed him, and I was like, someone said in my comments like, hey, this is a ripoff of Whiskey Noobs, and I was like, what do you mean? So I went to his content, and he literally did like maybe 16 or so Better Than Blanton's, same thing, on doing it, and I was like, maybe I watched that a year ago and got it from that. And I reached out and I was like, hey, I think I copied your content here. Is that all right? Do you want me to tag you? And he didn't respond. So I was like, okay, well, I enjoy this type of content, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. And then everything was beating Blanton's. So I was like,
Good. All right.
Yeah. So then I stepped it up and I went to Better Than Blanton's Gold, right? Which maybe you've seen more of. And that's a much better bottle. 103 proof. It could be hit or miss, but, most of the time, it's a pretty darn good bottle, Blanton's Gold. Yeah. So highly recognizable. Obviously, it gets the views. And it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch what's better than Blanton's Gold. If something beats Blanton's Gold.
Yeah, I've got many of them.
Stag.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So I've thought of stuff like that. Yeah. It doesn't even matter if it's original.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It doesn't have the ring that Better Than Blanton's.
Yeah.
Doesn't
it's
rhyme.
The ultimate tater bottle. The ultimate, you can be a casual drinker. You can have 100,000 followers and everybody knows the Blanton's bottle. It's why I hate it.
All right. Well, we need to step it up and just do, is it better than Pappy's?
Oh, yeah. Is it better than Malort?
You got a couple $100 to spend on content that'll net you nothing? Sure. You'll be very popular.
Couple $100. That's it?
I mean, which one are we talking, right?
Yeah. They're all baseline like $500, $600 bottles.
Yeah. Somewhere up there. There's a Pappy.
That's all right. Do you want to
Somewhere
flex? Do you want to flex as you're pointing to it?
There's not much there.
Yeah. Beach is that way.
Not much there anymore. I'm a dad now.
I do love the shelf setup. I think I'm going to try to do something similar in my space. It looks really clean.
Well,
Thank
your
you.
space isn't big enough though. Like, because it looks like what Shane has a very large space, so it can be one bottle.
It's a very
almost.
large space. It's a very large space. Yeah.
That's the issue that both of us have is our space isn't that large, so you end up with like multiple bottles deep.
I have a whole basement. What do you mean? I'll do the whole thing.
I'm in.
There you go.
I'll help you. You need me to swing a hammer? I'm there.
Yeah. All right. Deal. I'll pay you in bourbon. Cheap shit that I don't like.
That's a cheap. Yeah. Well, we'll get plenty of content.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. People like DIY. People like before and after. But I mean, Blanton's, it's a recognizable bottle, right? Love it or hate it. If you're new to it, you kind of revere it as a bottle that you can't get a hold of, that is supposed to be good. And then if you're too into it, you become a snob like Matt here and hate it. And sure.
You say that, and then in the back end, someone buys. I mean, I did too, but we're just talking about Matt right now. Buys one of each, the green, black, and red Takaras.
Well, yeah.
Dude, those red.
Those are foreign.
Those red
bottles.
are fire. Those red are fire, man.
I haven't cracked mine.
I was gonna say you don't even have the balls to open them. What are you talking about?
That's like the only. Those are the three only bottles I don't want to open.
That's wild. Why'd you buy them then?
Because I wanted to have them.
Okay. Well, enjoy looking at them.
In my opinion, the black's nothing special at all. I think it's bad, borderline bad.
Before this channel started, Matt and I killed a black when we were in a remote location in Mississippi.
I don't like this. I don't like it at all.
We were in some, foreign United States, southern Gulf of America location, Mississippi, drinking too many times. This is where we got the whole idea of this channel. And a buddy of mine, or actually Tony, my cousin's husband, had a bottle of Blanton's Black, and he's like, you know what? I want you to have it. And when I drove through from Maine to Mississippi, he gave it to me, and we polished that thing off pretty quick.
I'm sure it's basically drinking water.
It was good.
It is.
I mean, at the time, it was good.
I mean, it's. Totally I think it's 80. I think it's 80 proof. So I mean, it's just so low proof.
Yeah.
For that black.
It went down.
It's funny you say that, because I have a similar story to someone giving me a Blanton's as well. One of my good friends of a long time that I used to play a lot of sand volleyball. I'm 6'6", so I played a lot of sand volleyball like 10 years ago.
What?
For recreation, but like competitive recreation, right?
You're 6'6"? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. I know.
What?
And here I am just making bourbon content instead of applying myself as a
Go play
professional
basketball,
athlete.
you dweeb. What are we
I know,
doing?
right? My goodness. Loser. So I haven't seen him in a while. Anyway, he sends me a picture of this Blanton's bottle. He goes, "Hey, is this what you do better than Blanton's with? Is this the same bottle?" I'm like, so I zoom in on it. It's a Blanton's from 1991, and I was like,
Whoa.
Yeah, except for it's a 1991 Blanton's. He's like, yeah, it was just in my dad's cupboard, and he's just had it for forever. And I was like,
That's incredible.
Awesome. That is so cool. Anyway, fast forward to, I went to his birthday randomly, like a year later, and had nothing to do with whiskey at all. But as we were leaving, he goes, "Hey, why don't you take this bottle?" On his birthday, right? He's like, "Hey, why don't you take this? Like, I'm not into whiskey. You're super into whiskey. You'd appreciate this more than me." And I was like, I mean, if you really want to, like, yeah, I will appreciate it a lot. It'll be on the top shelf.
That's
So
awesome.
he's like, yeah. I mean, I'm not into it. I know if I was into something that someone wasn't, someone gave me this, I'd appreciate it more than they would. So I don't think I said that right, but
That's a good friend.
yeah. I was like, I mean, yeah. So got a bottle of 1991 Blantons.
That's
I think
wild.
that's pretty cool.
I mean, how does it compare to like a normal single barrel?
I haven't opened it yet. I mean, that's like such a special like bottle. I have quite a few bottles now that are, you know, for show. I don't know. Like, sure, could I open that? Yeah, but why? Maybe with some friends over that appreciated it, sure. But I don't know. I'm waiting for the right occasion for quite a few bottles. I have quite a lot these days.
You could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and you'll never know.
It's true. It's true. But honestly, it's the journey that is the most enjoyable about all this. Because you get Stag eventually. Maybe you get a Pappy Van Winkle 10-year. You get Michter's 10, you know, rye, bourbon, more higher allocations. And you kind of learn that it's the journey of getting there that was the most fun, and not really being here. This is ridiculous. You know, the journey of getting there is the fun part.
Shane, pull that 1991 Blanton's down right now.
You can see it, but I'm not opening it. You can see.
Think
I'll
of
show
the
it to you.
views.
I'll show it.
Think
no,
of the views.
no.
Think
I'll
of
show
the
it to
views.
you, but
Yeah,
no.
it's like 8. We're gonna get him like 8 extra views.
Whatever.
You think you're gonna get
Oh,
8? You think
do
you'll
it,
get a full
Shane.
8?
Full, yeah. I rounded up, Shane.
This one's cool. Where's my camera here? Okay. Where is it? You see? I don't know.
Well,
No,
that's so cool.
that's
It's backwards, but
Do you want me to show you how to open
it
it?
is. Looks pretty dark. It looks really dark though.
It does look.
Yeah.
really dark.
It kind of
That's
looks
cool.
like
That's
every
cool.
other
That's
bottle of
cool.
Blanton's, but neat.
Yeah.
It does. It does look. The wax definitely is different. The one
And
interesting thing
there's
is
no letter on the horse, right?
there's no letter. Exactly. There's no letter on the horsey. You got it.
Wow. Yeah. What
Yeah.
a cool.
Is that guy still your friend?
Is he still my friend? Of course. I don't think
Does he?
he ever
does-
stops being now.
Have you let him know how much that bottle's worth?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I told him before. I was like, you should just sell it for $500. It's about what the market is for it.
yeah.
I feel like you can do better
I
than
mean-
500.
No, that's about the market. There's Baxis. There's a site called Baxis.co that you can send your bottles in. It's kind of like a auction, not like an auction site. It's like having your bottles on a virtual collection. You could just put them up for sale. It's a marketplace for bottles.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they actually have a bunch of bottles around that year for Blanton's around the 450, 500 mark. So
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not terrible then.
that's what I'm basing it on. You could literally get a bottle around that age, around 450, 500 if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
Right now. That's a plug
If
for
that-
Baxis. Come on.
If that friend came over right now and said, "Hey, let's crack it open. I want to try it," would you do it?
Absolutely.
What's his name? Where is he on Instagram or
No. I don't think he is.
old school? All right. We'll find him. We'll find you.
Too funny.
We'll find you.
Too funny.
All right.
All right. So what did we do? We talked a bunch. We already talked to Shane about what's upcoming, and then he threw it back on us and what the fuck we were doing, which that was not expected. Thank you.
Sure. That's what makes a conversation fun.
All right, thanks for joining Two Fools, One Bourbon. Follow Shane Sullivan at Rocks Bourbon Review. We will tag him in this video. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X. What the fuck else are we
Facebook.
on? Facebook,
Reddit. All of them.
everywhere. Just search Two Fools, One Bourbon. You'll find us, and you'll be able to find all this content. Thanks for joining. Two Fools, out.
Thanks for
Dude.
watching. Go fuck yourself. Follow Shane on Instagram. Don't worry about
Damn.
us.
That was aggressive.
It was very aggressive.
Nah.
What have
it's
you
fine.
What have you been drinking?
I'm
Right.
tired. I'm ready for bed.